guys, it's Kelly. I am back with another process video. Today's layout, I am using the October hip kit, and this layout was made before Christmas. I just got busy and hadn't had a chance to put up any of these. It's maybe one more layout that I needed to record the voiceover for. So I am just going through the kit and getting some papers that look good with this photo, and I decided pretty much right away that that horizontal multicolor stripe paper is my absolute favorite from this kit. So I'm trying to make it go as far as it can, and I just decided on this layout just to do one little strip up top. And I decided that I was going to do a few strips on it and then a couple of paper layers, and then just see where it, the layout took me from there. And the other thing that I had pulled out to use with this was that Hello die cut. We received the Jen Hadfield die cuts, and I like them, but they're a little bit more geared toward card makers, and I don't really make a lot of cards, although I should, because I have the supplies. And so I was trying to challenge myself to use several of those as well. So I decided that width would make a great photo corner, and I wanted to place that paper in a couple of spots on the page, just because I felt like that those tones of kind of coral orangey, they looked good with the colors, number one, and number two, they pulled out the colors of Juliet's fur. So you'll see that I am just switching around the paper strips. I liked the wood grain on the bottom because it was heavier, and I decided to use that paper strip and just trim it down a little bit, and instead of putting it behind the turquoise paper like I had at first, I went ahead and put it on top just because I really liked that pop of bright color that it gave. So I knew that my title was just going to be very simple. It's, Hello Juliet, and later on I will do some journaling underneath, just saying that I'm not sure how that can be comfortable, but it's just one of her favorite positions, and she likes to hang out and watch what's going on in the kitchen. So I will go ahead and apologize. I recorded this in two different times, and the second one got corrupted. However, most everything that I do on the layout is on the first set or the first video, so I went ahead and posted it. There's just a few things, but in the close-ups is where you can see those, and I'll tell you as I'm going along. So one of the things that I like doing a lot is inking edges of papers, especially when they're darker and you can see the white core. And my favorite brown ink to do that with is the Tim Holtz Distress Brushed Corduroy. I just feel like it's the perfect medium tone of brown. And I really like doing that, and especially when the paper layers aren't always from the same manufacturer, I just feel like it helps to pull them together a little bit more. And it also gives a little bit of depth to the layout. Even if it's a pretty flat layout, I feel like there's just visually a little bit more depth when the edges are inked. So I'm going to go ahead and get a few of the things stuck down. I know that I'm liking at least the basic layers. And as I said, just distressing the edges. And when I do this, it's not like a heavy hand. You can see that I haven't even put my the dauber back in the ink pad. It's just a little bit of ink on the edges, and that's perfect. I'm not going for a heavily distressed or a heavily inked look. So I love that horizontal paper, and I'm sorry if I'm saying this for the second time. My first couple of attempts at this voiceover got interrupted between phone calls, kids, and everything, so you lose track of what you say, and I know that sounds weird, but you really do. So one of the things that I was trying to do was introduce some vellum. I have this really pretty vellum that I had pulled from my stash to go in the kit, and it ended up just being too much. I felt like the polka dots and the one of them is kind of like wonky circles were just interfering with the layout, and it did have some gold in it, but it just wasn't quite what I wanted. So I decided that I wanted to pull a doily out behind Juliet's picture, and as I'm thinking about it, I realized that I had these craft doilies, and in a minute I will go and exchange it for that. And this is before I got the craft foam at Michael's, so I'm just using my foam tape to pop up the photo, and I like to make sure that it won't sink down in the middle. You know, once you put it in your page protectors, if it doesn't have enough foam underneath it, it will sink down. So here is the craft doily. I found that at Joann's in the cake decorating aisle, and it is by SEI. So I was a little confused because SEI was a paper crafting company, and here they are making doilies, which are perfect for paper crafting, and they are selling them in the cake decorating aisle. You know, and they're small, so it'd have to be, I guess, like little cakes or cupcake liners, or I'm not sure. But anyway, I was glad I found it because I really liked the color of it, and it's, you know, not something that I've seen for sale and definitely didn't have. So I thought that was a, you know, a nice little touch to this page. So the things that got missed or were recorded and got corrupted on this layout, I fussy cut one of the pink paisley patterns, and it has some very small flowers on it. So I fussy cut a few of those flowers and put them around. I put a couple by the Hello Juliet, and then I put a couple around the doily. And I also misted with some gold Heidi Swap Color Shine. And I put one of the pink paisley arrows down at the bottom to point into my journaling, because I wanted you to be able to read. I wanted the focus to go on the story, just, you know, about how she likes to hang out like this. And the best thing is I remembered that I had these Baxter word stickers from Seven, and I got these because they were like crazy cheap somewhere, and they have cute little cat sayings, and there's another set for dogs. And I found this one that said, "If I fits, I sits." And I thought that was perfect. So that goes into one of the clusters. And then another one said "Crazy Cat," and she definitely is a crazy kitty. Calicos are well known for being a little bit mentally unstable, and yes, she would be. But that's part of the reason that we love her. She really is a crazy kitty, and she definitely brings a lot of joy to this house. So I'm just taking some of that Jen Hadfield washi and putting a couple more paper layers, and trying to see, oh, this little bird sticker is perfect, and I put that up in the top cluster. Juliet will sit out and watch out the window and watch birds for hours, and I have no doubt that if we let her outside, she would find them and kill them. So there is no way she'll be outside, because we love our birds too. So again, sorry that the video got corrupted. Because it happened so long ago, I wasn't quite sure what happened with it. But I do have close-ups at the end, and I slowed them down a little bit just so that you could see what I did and where the little extra bits went. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and I will see you soon. Bye.